Hi everyone, and welcome to another unboxing video. So today we'll be unboxing the Fiio FH1S. I ordered this IEM, somewhere around the 13th of January, and nearing a month of shipment later, it has finally arrived at my doorstep. So let's get on to the unboxing. And this product is actually, pretty typical of Fiio products. You can see that the packaging is mainly black in color, and with the product image up front, any qualifications, high-res audio and stuff right in front. And you got a scratch query around the side, and product information at the back, and nothing much else. Right. So here you can see that I got the purple version, and I believe this is the QR code for the Fiio website itself. What's interesting is that this version supposedly is an improvement on the Jade Audio EA3, and Jade Audio is a subsidiary of Fiio, and this supposedly has 2 balanced armature and 1 dynamic driver. But the weird thing is that here it states that it's 1 BA and 1 dynamic driver. So maybe it's just a packaging error or something. But yeah, I got this off the official Fiio Taobao page, so I don't think I'm being ripped off or anything. Right, so yeah, let's get to the unboxing. Here it is. Okay, so I believe this opens up from the sides. Okay, here you go. Pretty typical of Fiio earpiece. They are usually packaged like that. So here you go, a booklet from Fiio. I believe this is the user manual. Yeah, this is user manual, I believe, in Chinese and in English. Right. And so you have the earpiece right here. Not too sure to describe this, but I believe this actually looks slightly brighter in real life. Sorry, looks slightly darker in real life than it is on camera. Maybe because of the lighting. Let me see if I can illuminate this better. Hang on. First, let me take them out. I believe these are the accessory box. Okay, let's see what's inside the accessory box first. Alright, I believe it comes with the entirely transparent, I forgot the model, HB1 box. Yeah, this is pretty typical of HB1 box, other than the fact that it's entirely transparent. And I believe these are the orange stem ear tips. And this is the black stem ear tips, and I believe this is the this one are the memory foam. Right, more on that later. So let's get on to the earbuds themselves. Okay, so these are the earbuds. Alright, finally out of the holder. Right. So you can see here that these are the this is the purple version, and I believe this is some sort of biocellulose film that's supposed to be very they're supposed to be unique to each earbuds. And these are actually darker in purple than what is showing up on screen right now. Then again, stuff always shows up brighter on with this Samsung S10 camera. Let me see if I can light it up some other way. Yep, so this is the pattern underneath. Supposed to show up, with some silvery crest, but from what I'm seeing, it's not really that obvious if you are just walking by someone with a pair of these on. And let's look at the drivers themselves. Right, okay, I believe this is the 13.6mm driver, and I believe this driver is actually the same driver as the one you'll find in EA3, the Jade Audio EA3s. And there's actually surprisingly a lot of similarity between the earbuds, this particular earbud, and the EA3. Like for instance, the bass relief port, I believe is there's one here, and there's one right underneath the 7.8mm pin. You can see them right here. So it's almost exactly identical to the one located on the EA3. In fact, I'm actually thinking that the difference between these and the EA3s are genuinely just one nose balance armature, and that's it. Because the shell seems pretty similar, the driver is at least the dynamic driver is essentially identical. The balance armature is identical as well, so that pretty much leaves the only differences between the FH1S and the EA3, just that one balance armature in difference. Right, as you can see, there is this plastic lip right here, and if you were to connect the 0.78mm pins, you will see a little bit of gap in between, and as you can see, it's a fingerprint magnet itself. Right, so let's go on to see. Alright, before we move on to the ear tips, you can see the cable right here. This is supposedly I believe LIT's cable, or supposedly individually plastic coated and before they are twined, and they're actually pretty well made. You can feel that they are not your regular KZ type wires. They feel much closer to the the plastic on the PET bottle rather than some other type of plastic. And this is the 90 degree 3.5mm jack, gold plated, seems pretty nice. And then we'll move on to the content of the box right here, of the headphone case right here. Alright, so the content, I believe, comes with two different types of ear tips, and there's a set of 3 for each type of ear tips, including the one already on the earbuds themselves. Right, so I believe this is the orange stem versions. Let me see if I can focus on this. Right, these are the orange stem version of the silicone ear tips. And I believe these are the black version, which already comes pre-installed with the earbuds themselves. And finally, we come to the memory foam version of these ear tips. Sorry, the memory foam included with this ear tip, right? I'm not too sure if there's any particular branding of these ear tips, but this seems pretty identical to Comfort, or whatever the brand is, Comply, right? I believe they are, not too sure, but they are. So there it is, 3 sets of orange stem, 3 sets of black stem, and 1 pair of memory foams right there. I believe it's Comply or Conform, whatever that brand is, but again, I'm not too sure. Right, so yeah, this is just the unboxing of the earbuds themselves, and pretty much comes with all this included. Right, there's a small spoiler that I actually wanted to say earlier, but I couldn't find a way to include that in, is that I actually already listened to them. Because the shipping for this particular earbud took so long, a local headphone audiophile company of near my area actually already imported them. So by the time these actually just reached the local warehouse, I already heard of them in the particular shop, right? And my first impression of them is that they actually sound quite decent. They're not really that bassy, but there is a lot of bass. But they're not really punchy like the ZSN Pros and the ZS10 Pros, right? So there's a lot of bass, just not a lot of some bass rumble along with that you assume that such a big driver would have. And one other quick thing I noticed about this earbud is that there is actually a weird peak, especially you know, with the female vocals. Like male vocals are fine, you know. I listen to The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel, I believe, and male vocal seems fine. But when it comes to the female vocal, there is some sort of weird peak near that range that makes them sound slightly robotic. But you know, other than that, you know, the bass are fine, the highs are fine. The sound stage on this, you know, from that 30-minute review I had, or listening session I had with this, is that the sound stage left and right is about the same as the Belon BL3s, whereas it's not as long, you know. The left and right is pretty much okay, but the forward and backward is the one that is, you know, pretty compressed. And a lot of the instruments are pretty much in your face, as I believe the what is the most noticeable instrument that's in your face, right? The higher range, especially you know, the one that are very close to the sibilant range, are pretty much in your face, whereas the bass are slightly further behind. You know, that's my initial impression of it. Yeah, so that pretty much comes. So this unboxing pretty much comes to an end. Sorry, you know, because you know I'm pretty tired, and I'm pretty excited to get this earbud finally. And you know, after a long day hard work, you know, it's pretty difficult to make one of the unboxing videos such as this, especially when you're running out of words to say, right? So if you got any questions regarding any of the packaging materials, you know, I can answer some of them for you. But yeah, soundstage wise, I don't think I'm gonna make a review for them, because I genuinely think there are other much more qualified YouTubers that do primarily audiophile content that will describe them much better than I do. So if you want to compare them with, say, the Belon's BL3 or the, you know, Tien Hi-Fi T2s, sure, why not? I'll go ahead and try to answer the best I can, but again, no guarantees. So finally, thank you for watching the video, and I hope this is useful. I hope this video has been useful to you in one way or another. This is such a long day. Okay, thank you very much for watching the video, and have a good day.